Right? Pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a moment of silence, please. Okay, roll call.
Council President Steeritz?
Here.
Councilor Schneider?
Here.
Councilor Stickley?
Here.
Councilor Chamberlain?
Yes, ma'am.
Councilor Steeritz?
Here.
And Councilor Fry.
Here.
All members are present. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Council has had time to review the prior meeting's minutes.
I would make a motion to accept the minutes as printed.
Second.
Motion to accept the minutes as printed, moved by Councilor Stickley and seconded by Council President Steeritz. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. I've had nobody that came forward wishing to address council today, so we are going to move on to our committee reports. And we have a utility committee report.
How we do, Mayor? The Utility Committee, this is the second meeting on the same topic. This was a follow-up meeting in reference to the street light idea of the Old Orchard subdivision. Previously, we had asked Dennis Richardson to sort of gather some numbers as to what it would cost to light the subdivision, and this meeting was to follow up to learn what he learned. Rough estimate, without going into great detail, just a rough estimate was $53,000 to install 21 poles to light the Old Orchard subdivision. During that committee meeting, we had some folks who live in the area present, and they were asked if they wanted to share any input into the initiative, and nothing really specific. They asked if LED lights would be installed, and we answered in the affirmative, things like that. But with the cost of $53,000, the committee sort of just left it on the table, Mayor. Took no action on the topic at all, but we wanted to follow through and share with the neighbors out there in Old Orchard how much it would cost, or at least a rough estimate of that cost. So
Okay.
we did that, and that's where it sits.
Did that include, Dennis, Shane, you could probably answer this too, the hiring of an engineering, or was that separate because Toledo Edison no longer does that? Correct.
Dennis, would that be separate?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right,
In
so,
addition to-
yeah, addition. Okay.
$30,000.
Yeah. And that used to be something that Edison used to do, that they don't take the liability to do that. Okay. Thank you, committee, for doing that.
You're welcome.
No. All right. Let's see. I guess that's it for committee reports then. We're going to move on to department heads. Chief Sluter.
The fire department, you might hear the in-house alerting system going off. We've got that installed, so you'll hear that other than pagers now, but it's working good. Finishing up the issues with the township on our fire contracts, and still doing some data collection. We should have that ready to go in the next 30 days to have you review, be ready to look at. And we've been working quite a bit at the courthouse lately with the sprinkler system installation and training with our guys on where the sprinklers will be located in the courthouse, because that's quite a feat of winding pipe through the old building like there. So,
Is that what they're digging?
I'm sorry,
Is that what
yes.
they're digging outside? Okay. I was wondering about that.
And that's all I have.
Any questions for the chief? Okay. Chief Torman?
This last Thursday and Friday, we had a domestic violence training for the law enforcement officers. We had 37 go through the training. Well received. We may possibly be putting on another training for some of our part-time people and other agencies that couldn't get officers there, but we were 4 out of the 6 agencies in the county were represented, so we had a good, very good turnout. Just another reminder, our next Coffee with Cop will be coming up on 4/24 at Sully's. It's 2.5 weeks at, 3 weeks, excuse me, at Sully's from 8 to 9. That was at their request. Also, we are looking possibly mid-May to put on another use of force class. We'd had several people ask about that. We're looking at possibly either Wednesday the 15th or Wednesday the 22nd, depending on people's schedules. Our patrolman's room is almost completed. We have a few more cabinets to get in, but if any of you would like to come down and take a look at it, you're welcome. That's about it, unless anyone has any questions.
Okay, great, thank you. Dennis?
Just a few things this evening. On tonight's agenda, a couple resolutions. 2019-12 is the final authorization for ODOT to proceed with their paving project this summer, which encompasses Shoup Avenue from Airport Highway to the Elm Street intersection, and Elm Street from Shoup Avenue through the Clinton Street intersection. Has to be an emergency. The contract has to be signed today. There's an invoice in your packet for the city's estimated share of that cost. That also has to happen tonight. It all gets delivered to ODOT later this week. The other resolution, which you had on here for third reading, 2019-10, is authorizing the mayor to enter into the agreement with Fulton County to supply water to the outlying areas that we service. Ziad Musalam, the sanitary engineer for the county, has asked that that be placed on emergency, and that way it will coincide with the county commissioner's approval of the same agreement, and all parties can then sign it rather than waiting another 30 days. A reminder, and I think you have something in your packet, that the Fulton County Economic Development Committee's annual meeting is Thursday, April 28th at 5 p.m. at Founders Hall. 25th, I'm sorry. If any of you are interested in going to that, we need to know so that we can get our reservations in. And also a reminder that Clean Lights, recycling, the folks that are going to, or they're purchased and are going to occupy the old German Village building, are going to be in council chambers.
Wednesday.
Yes, Wednesday at 2 p.m. They're going to put on a public information thing about their operations, the things they're going to do, the way they do business. And it'd be nice if any of you can make that to support the new industry. Also, the Public Works guys have started the Dickman water main extension for the Nostora project, so that's going well. Question?
Yeah, if you could let me know, Dennis, on the rooftops for the dugouts at the north end of Biddle Park, we had budgeted rooftops for those dugouts down there, just to let me know if it's on the to-do list and when that might get started.
On the to-do list, I could give you a time.
Yeah, just if you could maybe give me an ETA of when that stuff might happen at some point. Thank you.
Anything else for Dennis? Okay, Jamie?
We quickly today closed out the March month, and I provided you with those month-end reports along with the income tax revenue report, and so far the end of March we're down 5.7% income tax wise from previous year. We still have not received any revenue from the state for the central collections, so like businesses can choose to file through the state and pay through the state, and so they're lagging behind getting us some payments, so that could contribute to being down for this month. I guess that's all I have for tonight, unless you have questions.
It's pretty comparable to 2017 then. So, okay, any questions for Jamie? All right, let's move on to legislation. Resolution 2019-12.
Don't, Tom, don't.
It's okay.
Please It's been a bad weekend.
She was the one that.
April Fool.
I've done this, what, 2 or 3 times to you? I remember Kevin, but keep forgetting.
That's
you.
fine.
All right, go
I
ahead.
was just
Tom.
going to remind council that we did have the public hearing on Mr. Myers' request for the agricultural district. I think Building and Grounds met briefly this evening on that. And council has 30 days to make a decision on that, to either accept it, reject it, or accept it with modifications. Those are kind of the three options. And I think council prepared, or I've provided a pretty detailed memo on those standards, and I'd be happy if you have questions, if give me a call or email me or whatever, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. But just remember that 30 days, and Andrew, do you remember when the hearing was? I should have looked at the
It was
date.
Monday, March 25th.
Okay, so 6, so that would be April 24th roughly. That's not right, yeah. So we got a little bit of time, but just want to keep that on council's radar. That's all.
Retain or earned? Tom? You just earned your retainer. Good job. Yeah.
I'm glad I got to say something.
Yeah, I know, right? That's why I take free money.
No, I feel guilty.
Oh, yeah. Getting pretty thick. Okay, now we're going to move on to some legislation. Resolution 2019-12. A resolution requesting permission for ODOT to proceed with the repaving of Elm Street and Shoup Avenue and authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement and declaring an emergency, and a lot of phone calls, I'm sure.
I would make that motion.
Second.
Motion to place resolution 2019-12 on emergency reading moved by Counselor Stickley and seconded by Counselor Fry. Is there any discussion? Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
Council President Steeritz?
Yes.
Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
And Counselor Steeritz?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Final passage. Second.
Motion to place resolution 2019-12 on final reading moved by Council President Steeritz and seconded by Counselor Schneider. Is there any discussion? Council President Steeritz?
Yes.
Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Steeritz?
Yes.
And Counselor Fry?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Okay. We have nothing under second reading. Third reading, Resolution 2019-10, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a water service agreement with Fulton County and declaring an emergency.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion to place resolution 2019-10 on emergency reading moved by Counselor Stickley and seconded by Council President Steeritz. Is there any discussion? Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Council President Steeritz?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
Counselor Steeritz?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
And Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Final reading.
Second.
Is that right?
Mhm.
Scott, okay. Motion to place resolution 2019-10 on final reading moved by Counselor Fry and seconded by Counselor Steeritz. Is there any discussion? Counselor Fry?
Yes.
Counselor Steeritz?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
And Council President Steeritz?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Okay. Dennis kind of stole my thunder here on the annual meeting. The only thing is, we would like, you can get a table of 8, so if you really do want to go, maybe by the 15th, next council meeting, if you want to go, so that we can get that reservation in to get a table versus sporadically all over the
Is
place.
that for ED?
Yes, FCDC.
I'd like to go.
I said it. I always call it ACDC. I can never get it right.
AC/DC?
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you can get that one, and let's see, under new business, let's see, I think that was about it. I attended a training meeting out at the EMA, EOC, the county building, and it was an ALICE training, which was very informative on our schools and lockdowns and different things that can be done, and statistics and everything like that, you know, that we don't wish to talk about, but yet it was a very good class, so I'm glad I attended that one. It was offered to all, more or less, people who would have to make any decisions with that, so I know you guys are always dealing with that stuff, and I know you had a program, was that you and Rick last fall? Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Hopefully we can have some more. Okay, Anybody else, new business? All right, let's get an approval for these bills from someone.
A second.
Motion to approve and pay the bills moved by Counselor Schneider and seconded by Counselor Chamberlain. Is there any discussion? Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Steeritz?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
Council President Steeritz?
Yes.
And Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Can we have a motion for an adjournment, please?
So moved.
Second.
Motion to adjourn moved by Council President Steeritz and seconded by Counselor Stickley. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.